Millionaire Breakthru. We had a phenomenal day one, did we not? Absolutely amazing. I cannot believe the testimonies that are coming out of yesterday. I asked you guys to drop in the chat if you're on Zoom. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, of course, I won't see your chats till after, but feel free to drop any comments that you have there and we will check them later. Very good to see you. Okay, so what do we have? So far, we have you changed my life yesterday. Jan, specifically, how? I want to know. I want to know exactly how that happened. I have no access to the workbook. Where can I find it? Tracy, if you go to your email and you search support at she'screatinganempire.com or look in your spam folder, that is where you're going to find it. Okay, so it's important that you guys know spam laws are real. And if you're brand new to my list, of course, they bury you. So just go ahead and search that out. And you should have the link also to the VIP. Speaking of which, we may as well get that out of the way. For those of you that have not upgraded yet, we had an amazing time in VIP yesterday. And there's something super special that happens when you get into a condensed energy after a training like the one we had yesterday. Literally like 15 people jumped into VIP yesterday during the first, masterclass. They were not there before. And so it was just really interesting to see the results that came out of that. And again, you're going to hear from somebody in that program who jumped in last minute and had a crazy breakthrough. Okay, so Tracy, if you have me on Messenger on Facebook, go ahead and message me and I'll make sure that you get that and we'll get you access, okay? Or I'll send you an email. So yes, thank you, Krista. Turn on your cameras if you can. I'm just going to recap. Yesterday, we went through the identity breakthrough, right? The truth is that most women specifically want to be able to do big things in their life, but we've been trained and programmed by outside circumstances, the world, the curriculum, school curriculum, all the things. And I'm not against school. I think that school can teach you to be a critical thinker. I actually think that education is incredibly important. I'm a coach. I educate people. Clearly, I think that's a good idea. We talked about that in VIP yesterday as well, didn't we? We have several teachers on here. And the other thing that we talked about was the power of being able to influence your identity to become the woman that you actually are born to be. And unfortunately, poverty shows up in, we think poor people or poverty, we think, slums, not enough food. And although that's very, very true, poverty energy, poverty mentality shows up in many, many ways. And so what we've found is that as we work with people, thanks, Julie. She dropped the VIP upgrade. I love you guys. You're so amazing. So if you're not in VIP, go ahead. Julie says, get in it. If you guys are in VIP and you think it's a good idea for them to join, drop a 1 in the chat if you think that's a good idea. And then Julie's going to have to repost the link because it's going to get buried. But you guys, the truth is that as we recalibrated our identities yesterday, what we found was that we can actually step into the new identity that we claim at any point in time. And the truth is every level, every time that we go to a new level in life, our identity shifts. And so the problem that we get into is that we think our identity is static. We also don't pay attention to the small things that keep us stuck, right? The little things that we have buried somewhere in our identity. Somebody said something to us one time, we believed it. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with a couple gentlemen yesterday, people that I admire in business. And the way they think is so radically different than the way I think that for me to try to express what I do is really difficult because they aren't, when I say, I want to transform women's lives from the inside out. Well, when they want money, they go make money. They're not worried about transformation and all the other things that go along with it, right? But I know the truth. I know that if we're stuck in our identity and we have guilt, shame, and stuff stacking up around our identity, then what ends up happening is that we get buried. I will do that. I'm going to put myself on speaker view. But what I want first is I want a picture of your beautiful smiling faces. Because let me tell you where this group is going. I am so excited. Okay. So Thank you. Okay, so I will put myself on speaker view. Yes, so my head is ginormous and you guys can see me. Let me just see. Somebody's not muted. We'll make sure that happens. And there. Okay, speaker view. There. Okay. Is that better? All right. So here's the truth, that when we get stuck in our identities, when we get stuck in beliefs that are not serving us, what ends up happening is our money meets us where we're at. Our money meets us at our identity. We talked about how, you'll go do something and have a spike, right? You'll have this spike in results. Maybe your income goes up. And then what happens is there's a pullback to our identities. And of course, this has happened to me many, many times over the last 19 years. On my way to 80 million in global sales, I've had some drawbacks, some serious drawbacks. I've also had to change direction. I've had to pivot. Right? And there's so much judgment from other people, especially in, like, let's say the network marketing industry, or even in the coaching industry. There's so much judgment. Network marketers don't think that you should be a coach, and coaches don't think you should be network marketers, and network marketers don't think you should change companies, and coaches don't think that you should, and yada, 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 yada. This is how it goes. Right? And so I talked yesterday about the fact that I had to shift my identity. I told you guys I was going to tell you my story today of my complete full nervous breakdown, which I want you guys to know about because I think it's important. But I also want to show you how I reclaimed my identity. Now, if some of you feel like you were able to reclaim a piece of your identity or create something new, something inspiring yesterday, I want you to drop it too in the chat. If that was a shift that you felt yesterday, was like regaining a piece of yourself or creating something new or remembering how powerful you were, right? Because the truth is that most people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. Okay? So today, we're going to go into a couple of very key pieces. We're going through the Empire Money Method, which is my 6-step system to online success. It's the 6 pillars that we have to learn to, really get a grip on if we want to have 6 and 7-figure success long term and create duplication in 6 and 7-figure other learners. So for example, if I'm a coach, do I want to be the only successful one in my community? No, I want everyone to have success. I want for my clients to have success. If I'm in network marketing, do I want to be the only one making money? No, I want my teammates, my members, my organization making money. And it's the same in anything. If you're a sales manager or you're a small business owner, do you want to be the only one making money? This is the thing that we have to shift. It's that, are you guys good? I'm good. Okay, cool. So you guys, the truth is that when we step out of our own way and we create a mission and our brand is driven by purpose and passion, what ends up happening is that we can actually catapult ourselves into momentum and help other people win, which is the goal for me. So Mary says, what people have written on my wall of who you are may no longer be true. It may have been very true. You know what is true? You can own it and tell the naysayers that they were wrong. Better yet, show them. Well, and you know what's so funny, Mary, is that I don't look at what people wrote. That's the thing I need you guys to hear. When you pay attention, I will tell you, okay, we're going there right now. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's go there. Let's go deep right there. We're just going to dive right in. If you guys are going to go, today I'm going to teach you how to become a marketing mogul. I'm going to teach you how to create an endless stream of leads, have a movement of people following you. I will tell you right now that if you do not have anybody talking ish about you, you're not doing anything. I promise you. My mentor, my first mentor, who made $1 million a month for 44 consecutive months in the 80s, Diane knows, right? Paul Orbison, he used to say, if you don't want anybody talking about you, don't do anything, don't say anything, and don't be anybody, and no one will talk about you. And at the time, Paul had all these different isms, right? He had all these different things that he used to say. And at the time, I was like, huh? Like he used to say, don't put lipstick on a hog and a tie on a necktie on a poodle. You just piss off the hog and frustrate the poodle. What does that mean, Paul? He also used to say, if frogs had pockets, they'd carry guns and shoot snakes. But frogs don't have pockets. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then one day it hit me. The frogs having pockets is the what if game. What if this happens? What if that happens? Well, frogs don't have pockets, so stop playing what if. Don't put lipstick on a hog and a necktie on a poodle. Don't try to get people something that they're not. Get people to be something that they're not. You're just going to upset them and frustrate them. How many people do you know that work with other people? And this includes your kids. And you want them to be different than they are. You want them to show up different than they are. And all you do is frustrate them and frustrate you. And then we'll go back to what? If you don't want people talking about you, have nothing, be nothing, do nothing, say nothing, and no one's going to even notice you're here. Who's ready to be seen? Who's ready to get some ish talked about them? Because until you're ready to step out and be seen, we talked about this yesterday. I told you guys my identity, I think it was in the VIP group actually that we talked about that. I didn't want to be seen because I didn't want to be attacked. And sure enough, when I got seen, I got attacked. Now, can I change that idea? For sure. That's not going to be my story anymore. And when people write stuff about me, I just don't pay attention. You are so entitled to your opinion. Also, this is something I'm going to teach you guys right now. Are you ready? I am like literally famous for this. If you've been to any event where I have spoken, you will have seen this. I'm going to teach it to you right now. You guys ready? So when people start talking stuff about you, or about people that you're working with, or about network marketing, or about the fact that you're being a coach, or that you're pregnant, or that you're having a kid, or that you're getting a divorce, or that you're fat, or that you're skinny, or that you're tall, or that you're short, or. You're just gonna go like this. Do you know what that means? Click off. Oh, I'm sorry, unfriend me. Unfollow me, block me, delete me. Bye. Bye-bye. Try it with me. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. You know, people always send me, do you know somebody's talking about you? Good. All press is good press. Let them talk. Do you want to put me to pose? Should I pose like this? How about like this? Okay. We're going to dive into that today too because we're getting famous. That's what you have to do to actually get famous. Okay, who cares what people think about us? Unfortunately, we do care what people think about us. I've just learned that if you're going to do something, say something, you have to be polarizing to stand for anything. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. That's what's happening in our world right now. Boys don't even know if they're boys. They think they're girls. And girls don't even know if they're girls. They think they're boys. And what? They don't stand for anything, so they'll fall for everything. The fluidity training that's happening in the marketplace today is scary. It's scary, and it's because we have degenderized our opinions. Well, you better be PC, better not say that, better not say this. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that so that you can trick my children into getting rid of their genital organs and giving away their money and being broke for the rest of their lives? No. I don't think so. So I'm going to get a little sassy today, apparently. Sorry, I love you guys. I do love you. I love you all the way to the moon and back, truly. But I also need you to recognize that we as a collective are the force. We are the force. And if we are silenced, I knew my husband was going to phone right now. It's so funny. Do you guys want to say hi to him? He hates it when I do that. So I'll just tell him I can't talk right now, although you think he would know that. Because, you know, I told him several times. So anyways, if we don't say something, who's going to say something? Do you know that 80 million in global sales is no joke? Would you guys agree that that's no joke? No joke. Do you know how many thousands of people did not join my team? Do you know how many thousands of people said that network marketing was a scam? My third year in coaching, I hit $1 million. Do you know how many people, thousands of people, said I shouldn't be coaching because I was in network marketing? Do you know how many thousands of people went against what I was doing? I teach people how to pay off their debt. Do you know how many thousands of people think I have no business doing that? Thanks for coming out. If I listened to the thousands of people that had an opinion, I'd be where thousands of people are, and that's nowhere. So today we're going to level up. We're going to level up in our belief in ourselves. Our opinions matter. Your voice counts. You guys really do have a message for the world, and we're going to dig into your brand today. Tammy says, when I was asked to put down my goal in VIP, I put $5,000 a month. Well, 5,000 times 12 is 60,000 per year. Duh. I already have made 60,000 per year. No stretch there. 50,000 a month is a stretch. This is why Millionaire Breakthru is so important. This is why, because we get into this space of you have a level of earning capacity that you're used to sitting at. Okay, that's just the way it is. So if you make $5,000 at your job and you go into network marketing, you're going to make $5,000 in network marketing. If you go into coaching, you're going to make $5,000 in coaching. That is your thermostat. That is how it works. If you've gotten to $200,000 in network marketing, you're going to stay at some level at $200,000 and or at $2,000. It doesn't matter. We all have a set point thermostat. The idea to move ourselves through, the breakthrough comes from the identity switch, which Tammy clearly had, because she's like, during VIP, we talked about, you've already made that money. You already know how to make $60,000 a year. You don't need me to do that. You need me to get you to the next level, right? So good awareness, Tammy. That's really cool. And Lisa says, it's none of my business what people think of me. That is true. I will tell you guys, though, that most people are people pleasers. Do I have any people pleasers on the line today? Just give me a wave if you've struggled with people pleasing at some point in your life. It's normal. I mean, I was doing it yesterday, right? But I catch myself and I'm like, oh, wait a second. No. My job isn't to make you happy. My job is to make me happy. My job is to make sure my family has an empire. My job is to make sure I retire early. My job is these things, not your, opinion of me. And Paul also used to say that opinions are like butts. Everyone has one and some stink more than others. So my mom said, when people stop talking about you, that's when you worry. That is facts. That is so facts. Okay, I'm gonna make you cry. I love you, Diane. Okay, Tracy, I love your worksheets. Aw, thanks. The time is now. Yes. Okay, cool. I'm just going through comments. Give me 1 minute. Julie says, I said crap on my live yesterday and my mom said I need to watch what I say, LOL. I told her too bad. Isn't it interesting? Like, how old are you, Julie, and your mom's still telling you what you should say or should not say? Lisa, hi, Greg. Okay. You love it when I'm sassy. I love when I'm sassy too. They aren't paying your bills. Correct. Okay. You're 44. And your mom's still telling you what to say. So we today are going to dive into the Empire Money Method. And I'm going to show you guys how you can set yourself up for success. Then I'm going to talk about the branding piece, which is one of the pillars. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on that. And we are going to walk through what Millionaire Breakthru looks like if you want to get involved, if you guys are ready to go to the next level, all of those things, of course, with your permission. So before we jump in, I just want to bring up Catherine. Let me find her. Catherine, can you raise your hand? Are you Catherine Speck on here? Is that you? Yes. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let me see. I want to find you. I want to see you. 1 second. Can you guys see Catherine when she talks? No? Okay, let me see.
I can see me.
There you are. Okay, let's see if I can make it add spotlight. Look at me. Wow. Okay. So over on, give me 1 second because I need to do this in StreamYard too. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to share screen and share Zoom screen. Sure. Nope. Incorrect. Incorrect answer. Doesn't like that. Okay, we'll try one more time. Give me 1 minute, you guys. Thank you for being so patient. I really appreciate you. Okay. Oh, it literally won't let me do it. Oh. No, I got it. No, I'm just using StreamYard again for the first time and they've moved stuff around. So we are good to go. You are in StreamYard. You are on Zoom. We're all over the place. So Catherine, yesterday, just so you guys know, Catherine, I was speaking at a business and women's group in Panama. Remember yesterday I talked to you guys about getting exposure. I did a little talk there over lunchtime. It was maybe like a 45-minute talk and I met Catherine there. And, we had a little chat after and it was lovely. But yesterday she jumped on the free Masterclass day 1. And at the last minute, she jumped into VIP. She was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And she messaged me this morning. And so I asked her to come on and just share with you guys what she shared with me. So Catherine, welcome and thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for this. I'm so grateful, as I said this morning. Yeah, I met Melanie and I knew right then and there that there was something about her. And at the time, she did mention her coaching program, and I just didn't want any part of it at that point. Couldn't afford it, all the excuses. And so I jumped on to your masterclass yesterday, and pretty much the same thing. All of my negative grouping, monkey mind things were going. All the excuses, I can't. And then I jumped on your VIP program, and I don't know if it was the meditation or what it was. I loved everything. I hung on every word that you said, resonated with your mission, but still wasn't going to be able to go any further, okay? The limiting beliefs. And I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. and I was excited to get out of bed. I hadn't been able to do the exercises in the workbook. I sat down to do those. And yesterday on the VIP call, I couldn't take a negative thought and give you a positive. I mean, I really couldn't speak about who I wanted to be in the future. And this morning I sat down to do the exercises and it was like my soul was right. And I reached out to you today because it was like, I don't even need day 2. I don't need any selling. There was a miracle that happened overnight. I just feel stronger. I feel more confident. I know that if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. And is it Einstein that said something about you've got to change what you're doing to see change, something like that. And I just know I love your authenticity, your vulnerability. That's what attracts me to people. And if other people don't like that about me, and what I sent you this morning was a voicemail, very raw, very real, and embarrassing a little bit, but I felt safe with you. And so you have renewed my faith, my trust in myself, and I really, where I usually let fear rule my life, and I wait for, the other shoe to drop. If I do dare to dream, I'm not sure it's going to happen, but I just trust that I'm in the right place now. With your guidance and your support, I really feel like I will achieve my mission here. I know it's big and it's similar to you. I want to help other women and children, and I became emotional this morning, as you know. That's my why, and so I feel like my soul was lit up again. I felt like the spark had left, and you have really, I can't say enough words don't express the gratitude that I have for you, and so glad our souls brought us together.
Well, and you're so welcome. And one of the things that you said to me, of course, you guys understand that this is why we're here, right? This is the purpose. How many of you can relate? First of all, let's just start there. How many of you can actually relate to what she just said? If that's you, I want you to drop a 3 in the chat if you can relate to it, right? Because I know many of you sent me messages along the same lines, like this shifted me, something got lit on fire, I found myself again, my purpose was ignited. Look at that. Everyone's in the same boat, which is beautiful. And you said something to me that got me very excited, and that was the next 10 years are going to be the best 10 years. And I am telling you, you don't know this. You don't know this, but I'm going to tell you guys the story about my near nervous breakdown. And my husband and I's mantra is the next 10 years is going to be the best 10 years. That's literally all we talk about it every day. So you didn't even know that, and you showed up and said that. I love it. So just in closing, Catherine, I know that you had mentioned that you'd spent money on programs before. We had talked about that in depth, and actually somebody else on here, Jan, who's a teacher, was talking about that in the teaching profession, you have to continually invest in yourself to be able to even get a better job or move up the ladder or whatever. And the judgments that we hold as women around that. And that shifted for you. You actually shifted into, wait a second, I need to invest in myself. And so can you just share where you were prior to yesterday and where you are today on that subject? Because I think there's a lot of people that need to hear it.
Yeah, well, I was a nurse for 40 years, over 40 years, and so I've never really had too many financial issues. And now being retired and here in a foreign country and finding myself without that, without supplemental income. So I've been trying to do a business now for a couple of years and shrinking. And I am, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Say the question again.
The question is, you already are talking about it. So you, as a nurse, you have now retired, and we're talking about the importance of not judging yourself when you've bought programs or done things in the past and not gotten to where you are, and what switched for you knowing now that you can move forward in that area.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I said to you this morning. What did you do to me yesterday? Because truly, I have been struggling since I've been here. First of all, not a business person, and I felt like I listened to Kevin Costner, build it and they will come, and that was very nice, and I didn't really realize the relationship between the business and me, and I have to work on myself before the business is going to grow. And so I just feel like that awareness came to me. I've had the awareness, but like everything aligned, and I truly believe when I met you, as I said, when I met you before, I felt a connection. I felt like a ping in my stomach. And so I listened to my intuition, and I heard my soul say, this is the way, this is the next step for me. So one step at a time, and I'm investing in myself, which I know I need, and I am devoting this to, I believe you're new in every damn moment. So I'm not who I was when we started this talk, right? And so I am now open to receive help and guidance and support, and you're the one that I want to do that with.
I'm so excited. You guys give her a hand. Catherine, thank you for being here. So good. Okay, so I'm just going to switch back here if I can. Let me figure that out. Nope. Oh, I know how. There. Look at me go. All right. And now let me I got you 1 second. Catherine, give me 1 minute. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you guys because yesterday I shared with you that I had stepped away from coaching, and that I had kind of literally gotten to this place where I'd been attacked online. There was a whole bunch of people saying I stole money from this widow, which was not true at all. Like literally, there was no truth to the thing. And a whole bunch of people jumped in the party wagon. And these are people that I had tried to help, and not tried to, I actually did help. These are people that I helped make like $100,000, $180,000, one of them $280,000, right? So it's not like these are, foreign people to me. And then I had some deep betrayals within my business, which was shocking, which I'm still finding out the depth of that. So that's fun, working through that mess. I also had some betrayals with some people that were very, very trusted. So I got to the place where I literally, and then we had 14 deaths in 9 months. My best friend of 4 years committed suicide on her daughter's birthday. And that was the first one in a series of horrifying situations. And it just all came down on me within about 6 months. And I couldn't do it. I was just done. And this is coming from a mindset. I'm mentally tough, you guys. You have to understand, this isn't, so if you're at a place where you feel like the pressure has gotten you, people have said stuff, they've upset you, you've stepped away, you've backed down, maybe people in business, maybe people in your life, whatever it is, and you have felt stuck in that, I want you guys to know it's okay. It's okay to have been there. But we don't want to stay there, right? We want to move forward. We want to move into that new identity. Well, through a series of events, I actually, went deep dive on feminine energy, the feminine laws, which I'm so excited, you guys. You wait till you hear what I put together for a fast action bonus. You guys are going to freak out. But the 12 feminine laws, and really diving into restoring that piece of me and really understanding the fractured masculine, which is a term that I've come up with, what is dominating the world right now, and understanding how I can move in the world. So just this whole process. And I wasn't going back to coaching again. I was working on my stuff, doing my life. I didn't need to work, so I wasn't. And then I just in October, God just said no. You are called to this. And we talked about that yesterday. And now look, I step back in. You all are here. You're getting breakthrough. Catherine's life has changed. And through the process, I actually am stronger and better version of myself. And so I want to encourage you, if you've been in a valley and in the downtime, there's peaks and valleys. And, if you've been, mountaintops are not where you learn. Mountaintops are where you celebrate, right? So, this year we talked about we're going to help 100 women hit 6 figures. We're going to, rescue 100,000 women and children from slavery. We have some big goals as a community, right? So that's going to be the celebration at the mountaintop. But the valley is where the growth happens. The valley is where there's some shade for the plants to grow. The plants get watered, right? You don't see the jungle on the mountaintop. You see the jungle at the base. And so if you've been in this season or a dark season or a hard season, I want you to know that's okay, but you don't have to stay there. The identity work that we did yesterday, if you didn't see day one, go back and do the work. Moving into that millionaire identity, really owning that version of yourself is going to change everything. And that's exactly what I did. And I moved my mission, my goals into, my goals have never changed. It's to bind up the brokenhearted and set the captives free. So, and that's at every level. I do that with men who are CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. It doesn't matter who it is to me. A broken heart can exist in any body, shape, form, any of it. We are spiritual beings on an earthly journey, and unfortunately, earthly journeys can be hard and difficult and painful until we learn how to move through it. And that is what Millionaire Breakthru is all about. Being able to gain the 6 pillars that I'm going to share with you right now so that we can create a financial fortress for our families. Now, I will say this. I believe that the feminine energy is the matriarchal energy in the world. I believe that we are the multipliers. I believe that we are the spiritual guidance systems in our households and our families. I also believe that men are incredibly important. I think that they are, protectors and providers. I don't think that, I think that the money provider version, that we're all, men are the providers of the home, right? In the 50s, mom stayed home. Well, that's not the case anymore. And yet we're still trying to build off that model. How many women do you know that are either providers, sole providers, or partner providers in their households? If you know, if you would say most of the women you know, I want you to drop an M in the chat. Right. if most of the women that you know are either sole providers for their families, which happens all the time. There's so many single moms, single women, etc. Widows, right? Men usually die before women do. Did you guys know that? That's fun. Little fun fact. So, you know, most women are, but most women have not been trained how to do it. And that is the mission. Now, I want to take a vote right now. This is a weird time to do this, but I want to do this with you guys because I think it's important. When I started my coaching company, it was called She's Creating an Empire. And it was built so that you are the she. You are the she. She's creating an empire. And then I hired a branding, copywriting company, and they came and said, we think that you should change the name to Create Your Empire because we think that it's more inclusive, it makes more sense, yada, yada, yada. And their argument was valid. I want to ask you guys to just sit with yourselves just for a minute, right? Actually, just take a deep breath in and sit with yourself. And I want you to answer the question. You're going to put an S in the chat for She's Creating an Empire and a C for Create Your Empire. I want you to tell me what resonates with you. She's creating an empire, you being the she, or Create Your Empire. How crazy is that? Now, this is where I want you guys to sincerely hear my heart. When you have an impulse, when you have a desire, when God gives you a blueprint, when something's been downloaded inside of you, when you have a vision for the future, when you have a calling, don't let other people tell you what it should look like, even if it makes sense. So we are going to switch it back to She's Creating an Empire. My poor tech team is going to have a heyday. We are switching it back to She's Creating an Empire, and it's going to be She's Creating an Empire with Melanie Greeno. We are going to build a financial operating system for women where they learn to build wealth, become sovereign, and include men in their plans. This is not about exclusion. I need you to hear that. This is not about exclusion. This is about inclusion. But I will tell you this, for things to change in your household, if you are married, you are going to have to change them. You are the leader. You are the spiritual leader. If you want a change, a physical change in your household, the woman has to go first. You are the leader. Now, is my husband the head of our household? My husband's the guy that I go to when I'm like, help. You know what I mean? I'm in the weeds over here. But I'm really at this place where I want to empower women to step into their divine right as the CEOs of their lives, their homes, and their businesses without giving up their sovereign nature and knowing how to partner with the masculine. Now, to do that, we have to be able to partner with the masculine inside of ourselves. Something is broken, Tracy, and we're going to fix it. So something has to be healed inside of ourselves. The feminine and masculine, the yin and the yang, need to work inside of us first before they're ever going to work in our households. Me giving into being a submissive wife, the way the church teaches, does not serve my husband. It doesn't. It might make it more comfortable for him, but it doesn't serve him. As a matter of fact, for me to do my job, and you guys, if you've been around my community at all, we talk about being a Proverbs 31 woman. A Proverbs 31 woman, she trades money, trades products. She's the best dressed woman in the room. She owns land. She buys and sells. She has servants at her household. She keeps her family well. And her husband's at the city gates, which means he's esteemed in the community. And so it's really important for me as we move into this next season of She's Creating an Empire. Oh, somebody say it with me. She's creating an empire. So good.
She's creating an empire.
Yes, Jennifer. I love it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to learn to grow our families, grow ourselves so that we are honoring the masculine and the feminine, stepping into our matriarchal power, setting up sovereignty and finances so that we can set generations on fire. That's what's going to happen. So I hope you guys are along for the ride. Okay, let's jump in. So number one, I forgot yesterday. I'm here to teach you guys how to market yourselves. And I forgot the most important thing. You guys need to take a picture, either of you doing this, like I'll show you, like this. So you can go like this and show everybody that we're on and tag me. And then I'm going to tag you. I'm going to give you guys shout outs on my social so that you get new followers. I completely forgot yesterday. Duh. Okay, so we're going to work on that. So you can tag me at Melanie Greeno now on Instagram is how you're going to find me. It's in my name on Zoom. You guys can see that there. And of course, I want to be able to share you guys around and give the thing. Also, if you have any testimonies you want to drop, do that in the Facebook group and or on social media, and I will repost them. So awesome. Okay, now number two. There is a scholarship being drawn today. It's a $500 scholarship that will go towards Millionaire Breakthru. Do you guys want me to tell you about that after or now? You guys tell me. Now. Everybody's like, now. Okay, we'll do it now. Okay, so Millionaire Breakthru is a 6-month portal. It is where we are going to study how to build the empire, the 6 pillars that I'm about to go through, so that you guys can set yourself up for online success. Whether you're a coach, consultant, network marketer, you own a small business, whatever it is, it applies to all of it. You're gonna learn how to discover your message, your mission, how to promote it, how to gain leads, how to manage your time and your money, how to be able to create an ecosystem for yourself that is scalable. So for example, you might be a coach that has a product or a network marketer that has a product, but we also want to have what we call a legacy ladder. Then what happens is as you were going through that, we meet twice a month in person just like this. Can you imagine having me twice a month? And then we have a private community where you can ask all your questions. I'll do feedback, reviews of your stuff. We'll do all of those things together, okay? You're gonna have a curriculum to go through plus live training. So the curriculum is literally work at your own pace. So once you get in there, you can go through. If time is a problem for you, start there. If money's a problem with you, start there. If branding's a problem, start there. And so that's all included in the Millionaire Breakthru. I will tell you that the power is in the group because there's hot seat coaching where you can come on live each week and ask a question and I will give you coaching. I know that we have several, just so you guys know, Regina is one of our She's Creating an Empire coaches. I think we have other coaches on here. If we do, you guys wave or say hi, just so I don't spend time looking through there. But one of the things that to become a coach, you go through Millionaire Breakthru, okay? So if you want to become a She's Creating an Empire coach and become part of our coaching community, you do go through that. Grace Johnston is a coach, amazing. Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so with that, there are several bonuses and the $500 scholarship is a scholarship. So this is not a free program being given away. It's the last time I'm going to be offering it at $3,000, just so you guys know. It is a steal of a deal. Any program in the market right now, even close to it's $5,000. So it is going up in January. As a matter of fact, this will be the last offering at this price. I also left the payment plan for you guys at $297 a month for 12 months. So that goes 6 months past the program. And I did that because I know we're coming into Christmas and I didn't want you to have to pay $600 a month, which is how it's going to be coming in January. Okay. So just to give you guys, or it'll be more than that actually. But so just so you know, the $500 scholarship will be applied to the enrollment. Okay. It will be applied to the enrollment. So that's that. And I will go through the fast action bonuses, what you guys get, all of those things. I know, right, Regina? It is amazing. I'm so excited for it. It is a really good price. So I wait till you hear the bonuses. Okay, let's jump into the Empire Money Method. So the Empire Money Method is a 6-step system. I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys. So give me 1 second so that you can see it, because I think it's important for you to be able to follow along and be able to see this. This is, oopsies, hang on. I need to do this and this and share screen and okay, we're getting the hang of this. Look at us go. All right, now you're all like, you're not sharing screen. I know, I'm sharing my okay. So let's hop over to the Empire Money Method. So this is the book that I'm launching in March, is a deep dive on these 6 pillars, but I want you to understand what we walk through in Millionaire Breakthru and why it's so powerful. Number 1 is your time. How many of you feel like you are wasting time? You get up in the morning, you waste time, you're not sure what to do, you're not sure what actions to take, you don't go get the stuff done, the end of the day comes, you didn't make any money, you're not sure what happened, okay? So we're gonna yeah, all of it, I know, right? So we're gonna kibosh that. You are gonna have a plan, literally, and learn to run your time like a CEO. And that's the most important thing that I can pass on to you guys. In VIP today, we're doing a deep dive on CEO mindset, stepping in as being the CEO of your life and your business. But the time piece is absolutely massive. And so we have a whole module on time management, how to plan your year, how to plan your quarters, how to plan your month, your weeks, right down to your day. And it's got built-in accountability modules so that you are actually following along with the system so that you're not getting off track. The other powerful thing is when you get into my 6-month container, I'm literally right there alongside of you, and we are, as a community, helping you stay accountable so that you're not wandering all over the place, getting lost for 6 weeks at a time, because that's not the goal. And we're preparing you for your next level, which is scaling. So think about Millionaire Breakthru like it's the foundations of growing a 6 and multiple 6-figure business. And then once you're done that, then you move into scaling your business, right? But we have to have the foundations in place. And the second piece is branding. And we're going to jump into branding today, just so you guys can get a kind of feel for what that looks like and sounds like for you personally. But branding is really, how do you communicate your personality, your story, your mission in a way that has people being drawn to you like a magnet? And we want to be authentic. You guys know that if it's in my head, it's probably out of my mouth. And we want for you to have an authentic message. But the most important part of this is mission. I'm going to leave that and side note it just for a minute, because we're going to dive into that here as soon as I go through these 6 pillars. And then pillar number 3 is sales. If we do not have recurring sales in our business, we actually have a hobby. Right? So if you're not getting paid, it's a hobby, it's not a business. And we want to make sure that you have the things in place that you need, like an offer, right? Like a freebie that you need to be able to attract leads both on and offline. Now, of course, the branding piece has to happen first, but once we have that done, then we can put your sales machine in place and start to really get down to, and the goal is $500 days. If you do $500 days times 20 days, that's $10K a month, that's $120,000 a year. Okay, so it doesn't have to be some crazy number, but $500 a day, which means you would need to have an offer that sells it doesn't have to be $500 a day. It could be $100 a day 5 times. It could be $2,500 a day, and you'd have to sell 1 a week. Do you understand? But we're going to get that what I call the legacy ladder in place. And I call it the legacy ladder because you're going to start with step 1 being the freebie, step 2 being a low offer, then a mid offer, then a high offer, right? And that can expand and grow with your business, just like mine did. And I'm going to expose all of that inside of Millionaire Breakthru. So that's the sales component. Then we have financial fitness. Financial fitness is actually a course that's literally an academy that's inside of Millionaire Breakthru that you get included. It's a $300 program if you were going to do it on your own. We're going to be able, and our coaches can actually resell that. So they get paid commissions when they resell that. We're going to be doing a lot of that this year come January, February. First coach intake is going to be the beginning of the year, beginning for Q1. But the Financial Fitness Academy is how we've gotten $50 million worth of debt paid off, right? So we teach the fundamentals of budgeting, paying off debt, staying in the right mindset so you're not getting into poverty. And right, Julie Peters, Financial Fitness helped me pay a lot. If you're on here and you've used the Financial Fitness or my training, obviously, which is Financial Fitness, to pay off debt, can you drop the number of debt that you've paid off in the chat just so we can see who's here? That would be amazing. But, we have people that, there you go, $50,000 Regina's paid off in debt. Like, come on. That gets me excited. That's game changing, right? So that's the Financial Fitness Academy. It is included. And then the recurring module, the recurring income module. This is where coaching, consulting, network marketing, all of that lives. And so, I do believe in multiple streams of income. I believe in, some of you guys want to do, what do you call it? The resale rights. So we're going to have some of that coming out this next year. Look at that. Lisa Roberts, 85,000. What? And Jennifer said, and I stopped spending where I didn't need to. How much did you pay off, Jennifer? So recurring income. So that is where we really rev up the engine, right? We really get it going. So if you think about this, right? If you got sales coming in, sales are more manual. That's like what I'm doing right now. This is a manual sales process. But then I can evergreen this masterclass and turn it into an evergreen process, right? So then that would move into the recurring model. But we're going to break down what that is for you. And some of you need to have a $27 offer that just sells on repeat. If you sell 5 of those a day, it's $125 a day. So there's ways that you can create recurring income. And that's even if you're in network marketing. You guys, you must have a lead funnel of some kind. Even in network marketing, you have to be able to reach people. Most people die in network marketing because they don't have leads. I love that, Jennifer. 5K so far. Let's go. I love it. Yes. Okay, cool. So that's pillar number 6. And I am going to say that you guys, mindset, which is what you experienced yesterday, is everything. So what we do inside of Millionaire Breakthru is we make sure that we are going through mindset at least once a month, but usually every class. So no matter what I'm teaching, I talk about the mindset. I talk about the identity. We talk about the shift. We get rid of the blocks. We move through the energy. We have to recalibrate what's going on for ourselves so that we can actually move forward and get results. Does that make sense to you? So what I decided to do for the Millionaire Breakthru this term, this round, not only am I keeping the price at the lowest price it's ever going to be again, I'm actually going to include a digital copy of my book when it launches, right? We're also, I'm so excited, going to have an AI Millionaire Identity Pack. So you guys are going to have all the prompts that you need to be able to teach your AI to think and speak like you. So imagine being able to cut your content creation, your email writing, your sales, your offer, all of it down to minutes. I can show you how to produce this stuff in minutes and train your AI. How many of you are currently using AI? How many of you are using AI? Drop a 1 in the chat if you are. If you're using AI right now, okay. If you're not using AI right now, I want you to drop a 4 in the chat if you're not. Regina said, I told everyone in my community AI was coming 5 years ago and nobody believed me. Here we are. I love it. Before anyone, that's why I still listen to her. You're amazing, Regina. You guys understand it's my job. Okay, so most of you are using AI. This identity pack is going to be huge. And for you, Jen, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by that because I'm actually going to train you on how to use it. So you don't have to, literally, you don't have to. And for the VIPers, if you're not in VIP yet and you want to jump in, we're doing an AI strategy today. We're going to be working on shifting our identity and actually creating micro content prompts today. So I'm really excited for that. So that is the Empire Money Method. And that is really the focus of Millionaire Breakthru. This is the fundamentals of getting your business in place so then you can scale it to 7 figures. Our goal, of course, is $10,000 a month for you. So it's $120,000 a year. And I don't want you to think like, okay, well, I need to be there tomorrow. Millionaire Breakthru is there for a 6-month portal, and it's 6 steps. So you're not going to get everything overnight, but we do want you making money relatively quickly. So that, however that is for you. But we want to make sure that that happens. And then the other thing that I wanted to just touch on right now while we're on this, anybody who gets started today with Millionaire Breakthru or in the next, 24 hours, I'm also going to be doing a 2026 Empire Money Method workshop for planning your 2026. So this is literally going to set you up with a plan for the year. It's a wealth building plan so that you can actually get out a profit calculator. We're going to set up the numbers so they make sense. We're going to go through that stuff. And if you don't know what you're selling yet, don't worry. I'll give you some averages that you can work off of. But that's coming inside of Millionaire Breakthru. And so you guys are going to get that. And it's with me live. And we will be recording it so that you guys will have it to revisit at any point. So far for fast action bonuses, we have the AI Millionaire Identity Pack so you can train your AI. We have the 2026 Empire Money Method Wealth Planning Workshop. And I'm going to be giving you a 2026 Wealth Vision meditation, so that you guys are going to be able to listen to the meditation throughout the year to recalibrate that millionaire identity and get yourself moving forward. And I may as well do the final one right now, and then we'll jump into branding. The final one for anybody who pays in full today or in the next 24 hours, like I said, anybody who jumps in, you're going to get the 12 Feminine Wealth Activation Codes workshop, workbook, and meditations. This is something I'm recording to sell as a separate product. So this will not be included in the Millionaire Breakthru program. But for anybody inside of Millionaire Breakthru, you're going to be able to jump in on that recording and gain access to that. And after that, it's going to be sold as a separate product. Okay? So I'll go over that again at the end. Now let's jump into branding. Okay. So the thing about branding is, and I just want to make sure that I stop sharing in StreamYard so that, oh, look at that. Stop sharing. Okay. So with branding, the thing that I want you guys to understand or really kind of get a grip on for yourselves is the fact that most people get lost in their branding. How many of you feel like you're not sure what to post, you're not sure where to go, you're not sure how to talk to your clients or how to generate leads, right? Like this is a major pain point for people. And so, right, 100%. So with branding, I want you to know that the most important part is getting to know you. The more you know you, the more we can activate that identity for you. The clearer you're going to be able to see your client, and the more you understand your client, what their pains are, what they're struggling with, how they think, all of those things, that actually helps you market to them, because there's so much noise out there, right? Would you guys agree there's so much noise online? There's so much noise. And what your clients are looking for is not more noise. They want clarity of message. They want clarity of promise. They want to know that you have the answer for them. And so branding is the piece of that helps you clarify your offer, what you're selling, how it helps them, how it serves them, what your mission is. And this is something that, I believe it continues to grow. Like we're going to start a Millionaire Breakthru, I can't wait. I hope Diane jumps in because I want to get my hands on her. The mission that she's on, I'm like, give it to me. I want to just let's go. Because the truth is that we can take what Diane's building and create an entire movement around it that literally has women flooding in. So this is what I want you guys to understand, that branding is not a color scheme and a tagline. It's not a logo. Branding is a feeling. Branding is an energy. Branding is a movement, right? And so to be able to, and I'll tell you right now, the one thing that I've been able to do in my business, in no matter what I'm doing, whether it's network marketing or, my coaching business, I create movements. That's what I do. It doesn't matter where I'm at. That's just, I'm a people collector and I create movements. But you can borrow that if that doesn't come natural to you. So I'm actually going to work through, and this is the part about Millionaire Breakthru that I don't think people really understand. You're borrowing my brain. Like when you come in with your brand and your message, I'm going to go through it with you, help you really get down and deep dive on your avatar, who she is, what she struggles with, how to speak to her, how to call to her, right? How to get her to take action, or him, right? It might be a guy. If you're a guy on here, you might be talking to dudes. That's no problem. It doesn't change, right? Now, keep in mind, if I'm marketing to men, so for example, I will have the 12 masculine laws, the activation codes, the wealth activation codes also, right? Because you guys need to learn those. But when I'm talking to men, I'm going to talk to men very differently than I talk to women, right? I'm not going to talk to them about how they feel. I promise you, they don't want to talk about how they feel. They want facts. They want the deliverables. They want this. They want that. Da, 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 da. When I talked about men about business, it's like there's no feeling in it. So you need to know who your audience is, what she struggles with, because the truth is, if I came on here and said, hey, you know what, I can help you overcome trauma, well, then I'm going to collect an entire group of women that have trauma. That's not what I want. I want women who want to be wealthy, who want to be sovereign, who understand that their power is within, who need a guide to get to their wealthiest version of themselves. And wealth, you guys, to me is mental, physical, money, family, relationships. Wealth is the whole person. So can I help women overcome their trauma? Of course, that's what I do. But I don't talk to my audience about overcoming trauma, or I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of people that think I'm a trauma counselor. Does that make sense? So it's the same with you guys. If you want to attract the right people, you want to attract a whole crowd of activated buying, people who are ready to buy, not tire kickers. We want tire kickers, of course. You have to fill your funnel with all the people. There are people that have been stalking me, not even kidding, for 15 years. I have people stalking, like they come on everything free. And I love that. You know why? Because they tell people, because the energy carries over, because the impact matters. Like for me, and I'll tell you guys, I told you this yesterday. When I decided to launch this, I had no idea who was going to show up. I haven't even been online for a year. I haven't emailed my list in a year and a half. I have not. I have not really been online. I've been, posting our travel and stuff, but not like doing any coaching kind of material or any of that. I had no idea who was going to show up here, but it didn't matter because my prayer was, if I can change one life, just one, if one person shows up and I change one life. And as a matter of fact, I even said, if I go live and no one shows up and the replay changes somebody's life, then I've done my job. So I think what we need to do is shift out of putting so much pressure on ourselves and move into the mission of actually changing people's lives. Krista, I haven't seen your social media, but I'd love to get my hands on it, right? Your Vedic specialist. Do you know how many women need that right now? Like they need it, right? Yeah, see, Catherine says you did your job. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate you. So you guys understand that you have a gift that the world needs. You have a mission that's been placed inside of you. And branding isn't your colors and, how, pretty your site looks or your funnel looks. Branding is the call to your audience that has them call back to you to create a movement of people that are inspired and activated to tell everybody about what you do. That's branding, right? Catherine does soul contracts. How fascinating is that? People don't even know what those are. Half the people are freaking out because they think it's some voodoo stuff. The other people are like, what's that? So who does she need to talk to? She doesn't need to try to convince anybody about what she does. She needs to call the people that feel that response in their heart that says, hey, what is that? Look at that, Julie. What is that? Right? So you guys understand that everyone on here has a branding message, and most likely it's buried under some nonsense directed around your identity. So let's just take a poll right now. How many of you would say you are visible on social media and people know exactly what you do? If that's you, drop a 1 in the chat. If you have a steady stream of leads coming, yeah, I love it. Crickets. Jennifer, you're so funny. Oh my God, you kill me. Okay, so Regina, how long have you been coaching with me? Yeah, you guys, they don't know what you do, right? How are they supposed to buy from you or find you or be inspired by you or be changed by you if they don't know what you do? No, like what happens? We're in the witness protection program, right? Kate, Regina has been coaching for 7 years with me. Let me ask you this question, Regina. Did people know what you did when you started with me? I'll never forget Regina's first live. Oh my gosh. We should post it in the group, Regina, just for people to see it. They didn't know what she did. They didn't know what she did. She's a realtor, by the way, and she's in network marketing. So, right. Your micro content isn't working? Is that what you're saying? Oh, your microphone isn't working. She's trying to unmute herself. Yeah. So they didn't know what she did. So what did we do? Well, first of all, I had to convince her that she was an excellent realtor because she kept comparing herself to everybody else. And then she was like, well, I'm not this special and that special. And I'm like, no, but you special. And she reaches a certain demographic of people that other people aren't going to reach. And she has the know, like, trust factor. So I got her to start going live and building content. Now, guess what? Everyone knows what she does. Everyone. She's now building a team in real estate. It's not just her anymore. She's building a team. Krista says, I'm not clear, which relates to that childhood thing about not being understood. Interesting to see it through to today. Interesting, right? Imposter syndrome, right? It's about to take real estate test. Oh, there you go. Julie's about to take a real estate test. It's the content creation I struggle with. You know why we struggle with content creation? Because we don't know what to post. Because we don't know the message. We don't know what we're supposed to say to call our ideal client. We don't know what's going to hit the target. I'm going to work with you guys. Obviously, we're doing that today. And I'm going to give you guys some tips right now on how to do that. We're going to go through how to create your mission right now. But I need you guys to understand the problem. This is not a quick solution. You discovering your mission, resetting your identity to become a breakthrough millionaire is a complete overhaul on how you think. Like, stop hiding, not feeling that imposter syndrome. We did the work yesterday, but do you think that you might need to reinforce that behavior over time? Do you think that by the time you wake up on Friday, you're going to forget what we did here? That's what happens. We learn something and then we forget. Okay, so I love it. Yes, I'm canceling imposter syndrome. Okay, I also have trouble being on camera. Yeah, because you're hiding, Tracy. I get it. How many of you have trouble being on camera? I can't handle the noise from all the content influencers. Okay, let's talk about that, Jan. Let's talk about it. Who wants to see Jan get a little coaching right now? Let's talk about that. Jan, you ready? Okay, so yesterday Jan had a breakthrough in VIP, didn't you?
Yes, I'm going to keep muting because it's windy where I am.
Okay, no worries. No worries. I'm just going to share my screen again so that the people on StreamYard can see you because I don't want them to feel left out because that would not be cool. So just give me 1 second and then I'll unshare when you're done your testimony or when we're done your coaching. Okay, so I'm just going to make you, because I want you guys to understand how we do this in Millionaire Breakthru, what it feels like. Okay, so Jan, you know I love you, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know that I'm really proud of you actually for stepping up because you were a teacher. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in VIP, you said that you kind of were frustrated because as a teacher, you had to keep taking training programs to be able to elevate. And the way you said it led me to believe that you had a judgment around that. Was that true?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Did we release it yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because now we're going to educate you. So this is what we're doing, is educating you. So now you're saying that you are tired. Did you say sick or tired? Can't handle.
And I probably worded it wrong.
No, you worded it exactly what you meant. You said what you meant. That's okay. So this is what we do as women. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. No, that's literally what you meant. Don't take it back now.
In my face, and I don't know what to do.
Okay. So all of the content is in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're gonna do two things right now. One is we're gonna get to the underlying root of why that's there. What's bothering you about it? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you go online and you see all of the content creators and they're in your face, how do you feel?
Overwhelmed.
With what?
What to do with it, where to start, who is the best to listen to, or the good one. I just start spiraling.
Okay. I love this. Are you clear right now on what you need?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you think that if we worked through the 6 steps and you knew in each section what you needed to focus on, that when you looked at the content, you would be able to sort what was a fit for you and what wasn't?
100%.
So this really is not about content creators. This is more about clarity
Of course.
and trust.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the reason that this is important and I want to do this with you right now is because I'm asking you to become a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're judging content creators,
Yes.
we have a problem. Also, would it be fair to say that you have some confusion around what kind of content you're supposed to be creating?
Totally.
So, therefore, that also is overwhelming.
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you don't want to do that to other women?
Yes.
So it stops you from posting?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys see how easy this is when you have somebody? I'm just a mirror, just so you guys know when I have a little bit of intuition going on, but also I do have a habit of reading people's mail, but kindly. So, okay. So what if we created a clarity plan for you?
Mm-hmm.
Today in VIP, you're going to get an AI identity, like branding, so that you can train your AI to talk like you and be able to create micro content that doesn't confuse your audience.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm excited.
Yeah, it is exciting. But what I want to do right now is I just want to, and this is for everybody on here, I want you guys all, Jen is just going to be the tip of the sword. Just so you guys know, there's always somebody that is the tip of the sword. The energy goes first, and she has sword energy. What day, in your birthday, what day is the 2? Where's the 2 in your, what's your birthday?
August 16th, 1985.
1985. So you've got 85. Okay, so we'll go over that another. Yeah. Okay. So 2 is sword energy. And now I'm sidetracked. We'll do that later. That'll be so fun. Okay. Sorry. Numbers get me excited. All right. So what if part of your brand message was creating clarity for women, so they knew exactly what they needed to do to make money online, to show up in an authentic way, and where they needed to invest? Would that feel good to you?
Yep.
If it was clear?
Yes.
And we did it in an authentic way so that they could avoid the overwhelm that you're feeling right now?
Yes.
if you had a clear customer journey, which is one thing that we work on, obviously, in Millionaire Breakthru, if you had a clear customer journey, what that means is in your brand, you're going to have where they start, the confusion, the frustration, the fear, all the stuff, and where you want them to end up. Okay? Like the clarity, the, investments, the money, all the things. In between, we put a few milestones. This will give you your brand pillars, the things that they need to talk about, okay? So for example, if they're starting completely confused, stressed out, not enough money, not enough time, not sure where to go, not sure who to trust, all the things that you just said, right? And we want them in a place of clarity where they have multiple streams of income, where they have investments, where they are trained to know how to think about money.
That right there.
Right? That's why the financial fitness is in there, you guys. I'm telling you right now, women knowing how to think about money changes everything. Changes absolutely everything. Women are so terrified of investing. So what we need to do is move her from afraid to trust. So the first pillar of your content can be like educational trust authority around these topics. What does multiple streams of income look like? What does showing up authentically look like? So that's your first pillar. Then we move them into actually taking action. And we would walk through this. Obviously, we'd do a deep dive on what she needs. But most likely what she needs is to get her money under control, stop going into debt, create more income, and start investing. That's probably because I know what you do. So just so you guys, everyone knows, I know what she does. So that's the second pillar. So inside of that pillar, we're going to talk about how we can shift her identity so that she can feel empowered to make these decisions, that she understands that it's safe and create that safe environment. So do you see how we can break down the pillars? So step by step, you can create content that specifically speaks to that part of her heart or her mind so that she can know, like, and trust you, and you can lead her. And the beautiful part is you might not feel far enough along to lead her yet.
Yes. Okay, I resonate with that. Wow. I resonate with that.
But if we create a movement, it's no longer about you leading her.
Right.
It's about her joining a movement of women who are all learning together as you learn. You guys will hear me say 1,000 times, I'm learning with you guys. Like, I literally, I'm going first and I, have some knowledge, but I'm learning and I'm going to share that with you. Doesn't that make you trust me more than saying, oh, I've got all the answers. I know, like, I'm not that girl. I don't know. Like, I'll tell you if I don't know. So when we create that movement, what you're going to find is, and this is for everybody, I really need you guys to hear this. Most people, what they do is they make their goal so small that only they fit inside of it. Or they may make it a little bit bigger, so there's 5 people that fit inside of it. But when you make your goal a movement, how many people do you need for a movement? You need some people for a movement, right? And what's beautiful about you is I know who you're working with. Which means that you can create a movement, like a sisterhood together. It's not just you doing it. It's everyone doing it together. So does that help you?
Immensely. Thank you.
Okay, good. I am so glad. Well, you guys, that's really exactly what we do inside of Millionaire Breakthru. I mean, that's the stuff right there. That's the stuff that matters at the end of the day, because the truth is that if we are all stuck up in our head about what we're supposed to be doing, then we do nothing. And even if we do something, we don't get results with it because it's the wrong energy. It's the wrong identity. It's the wrong frequency. It's the wrong vibration. Does that make sense, you guys? Catherine does money. She does a couple things. I see. Are you a photographer? Jan, are you a photographer?
Am I a
Okay. There you go. But she does investment company with Diane. And we're going to be talking more about investments and stuff, you guys. So, we got some plans. Me and Diane are going to have some conversations.
I'm a published author as of today. My book just launched on Amazon.
Where's the link? Put it in the chat right now.
I will.
Okay, and then go put it in my group and I'll approve the post. And then we're all going to share it. Who's down to support her and share her link? Are you guys ready? We'll share your book? Let's go.
I haven't even got to look on Amazon yet. I'm too excited because we have a launch this afternoon.
Oh my gosh. Well, you need to share it. Tag me so I can share it on my social. I love it. Okay, Krista. She says, I'm not clear which relates to the... Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yeah, so clarity is the most important thing you can do in your brand. Literally, it's the most important thing. When you get clear, and here's the thing, you guys are focused on trying to create content when in fact you need to be focused on solving the problem. It's the problem. Which comes back to you have to be willing to take a stand. Because to be able to talk about the problem, like you guys think I'm going to take some fire when I stand up and say, hey, we're creating a financial operating system for women. We're going to make them the leaders of the financial movement. I'm telling you guys right now, mark my words, this is on YouTube, this is on Facebook, this is here. I'm going to be talking about it all year. The future of finance is feminine. $30 trillion are moving from into women's hands by 2030. $30 trillion, and they are unprepared for it. 65% of household purchases are made by women. We are the dominant force, and the future of finance is feminine. I have an operating system coming where there is going to be a literal wallet, fiat crypto debit card. There's going to be tokens that people can use inside the system, a utility token. We're going to have a DeFi project for women. If you don't know what DeFi is, stick around me. You're going to find out. You're going to learn about blockchain. We're going to create family trust. There's her book link, you guys. So let's get, I'm going to copy it right now. Or somebody copy it and send it to me in Messenger, please. Regina, can you send it to me in Messenger? So you guys, we're going to be creating an entire operating system for women. We are going to have already currently, we have places that you can learn to trade. We have, Diane and I are going to be partnering on metals. She doesn't even know this yet, but anyways, here we are. So, hi Diane. So, we're going to be working on changing the money frequency for women. Like, I'm dead serious. We're going to make millionaires, and we're going to make a lot of them. And so I have to be willing to talk about that. Do you think I'm going to catch some fire for that in the marketplace? And do you think that it will? Oh, here's an interesting fact. Who do you think has attacked me online in the past, male or female? Drop it in the chat. Who do you think it is, male or female? Do you know I've never had one single man ever disrespect me online? Not one ever. As a matter of fact, they all defend me, all of them, without a doubt. When these women were going off, and by the way, I've forgiven them all. I've talked to them now. It's fine. Like I never took offense. Everyone else was freaking out, and I'm like, they're just having a minute. Give them a minute. They're having an emotional minute. They're women, for God's sake. Like, they'll feel this way one minute and that way the next. Like, what do you want me to do? Right? So it's like, no. And taking fire, like, whatever. Like I said, you don't want to do anything or be anything or have anything. Stay the same and be quiet. Sit down, shut up. I made a post a few years ago that said, they said, sit down. I said, no. They said, be quiet. I said, no. They said, do it this way. I said, no. Right? So what we're doing is building an entire financial operating system for women, and it comes down to the fundamentals of a millionaire mind so that we can step into the future of finance, which is feminine. which is what I told you guys, that God spoke to me about being the matriarch of feminine wealth. I want for women to create sovereignty in their lives. That includes their husbands if they're married. And if they're not married, I am so done with women turning 65 and 70. Oh my God. I was talking to a guy yesterday who I respect, who said, Googled somebody for me, like Googled somebody that I was talking about and said, oh, is it the elderly woman in the picture? I'm like, if you mean the woman that's 45, he goes, yeah, her. I'm like, what? What? Okay, first of all, I can't wait till I'm 80, just so y'all know. Like, I am going to be the girl this is what I'm doing when I'm 80. I'm going to have, like, it's fine. We're fine. I am so tired of women thinking that age has anything to do with the outcome or output of their lives. I'm so done with it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 19 or 90. I don't care where you're starting. If you have breath in your body and you have a desire in your heart, your life can be, do, and have anything you want. It is never too late. And by the way, the women over 70 are the ones with the wisdom. Just in case we're wondering. Up until 70, what do you know? Not much. Like literally, ask yourself, do you know more today than you knew 10 years ago? Look at this. I love these women. I love it. 82, I'm 70, like, let's go. So you're actually catching a clue. You're actually starting to understand what life is about. You're actually learning how to be the best of yourself, right? You should be loving this, Lisa. I am done. Like, will I try to always look my best? Of course. Might I get a facelift? Probably, because I can afford it. I will probably do that. Well, I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to be proud to be aging because the older I get, the wiser I get. And the Bible says that beauty is fleeting, but wisdom is the gold. Wisdom is the magic. I want to tell you guys a little bit more about what we're creating inside of She's Creating an Empire over the next 5 years so that you guys can kind of get a feel for what we're working on. Millionaire Breakthru, of course, is our foundations course where we're teaching the fundamentals of being able to create those 6 pillars and growing yourself into a force, right, financially. Then we have the CEO School. The CEO School is where you learn to scale your business. This is more systems, funnels, email marketing, stages, kind of the bigger scaling stuff you do after you hit 6 figures consistently, okay? So that's CEO School. That will be coming Q3 of next year. It's a program that already exists inside of our ecosystem. I shut it down 2 years ago. I was just done, but we're going to be doing that again at a much higher scale with a lot of AI. We're also going to be having the ecosystem that I just talked about, the project, the tech project, the fintech, it's called Financial Tech Project, that will be launching. That is my entire plan that I'm going to share with you guys right now is a $450 million project. And I'm going to break it down for you just quickly so you understand the scope and scale of who you're following and what we're going to be doing if you decide to jump into Millionaire Breakthru. So with the project that I'm launching, I want to create every single purchase that's happening inside of our ecosystem is going to fund philanthropy work, rescuing women and children, feeding families, helping women go to school. So that's one piece. So for example, if you get started in Millionaire Breakthru, there is 10% of your whatever you purchase is going, that's where it goes. It goes to rescuing lives. So literally before Christmas, you guys understand, I told you yesterday, it's like $500 to rescue a woman. $500 to rescue a child. Julie, you can rescue dogs all day long. 100%. This is what I'm telling you guys. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and then you're going to set up your arm of the same thing inside of She's Creating an Empire. We're going to do it all together. Because there's people in here that want to rescue dogs all day long. That's not my thing. It's your thing. Let's go. Right? So I Katie, I love you. When you get started. Exactly, Katie. Let's go. Okay, so we have the philanthropic. So all the purchases, including when we launch the debit card, all of the purchases, I want funding that stuff. Can you imagine every time you go pay for your groceries, you go pay for this, you go pay for that, all of it is funding lives being saved? Do you guys know that we rescue children out of slavery, actually, like little, like 5-year-old girls? We're not going to go down that bunny hole right now because it's very triggering for some people, but I want you to know this is a real project in my life. Like, I do this. Slum kids that would never go to school. Their parents are prostitutes. We rescue them, okay? So, yeah, exactly. Goosebumps. Okay, so that's piece number 1. And we're already doing that. So the purchases, when you start in Millionaire Breakthru, right now, before Christmas, we're going to rescue some kids, okay? That's on the ground right now. And you'll get pictures of them, by the way. And they'll like send you a sign with your name on it saying, thank you so much for rescuing my life. Seriously. Okay, so that's number 1. I love it. Now, the second thing third, fourth, fifth thing, there's like 11 pillars. We are going to create a university. Inside the university is going to be emotional intelligence, feminine leadership, AI, all the things that women need to thrive in the new economy. Because you know what I'm tired of? Kids going to school to taking programs that are never going to serve them. AI is replacing 65% of jobs in the next 6 years, and no one's doing a damn thing about it. AI is here to enhance our intelligence. It doesn't have to replace us, but we have to learn how to use it to our benefit. Okay, so that's coming. We are going to be doing retreats, which is something I've always done, but we're going to be doing very specific millionaire activation retreats. Okay, probably the next one will be in Panama because I'm here. So that's probably where we're going to do it. We did one here 2 years ago. It was fire. There's 50 women, life-changing. The biggest portion of what I want to create is sustainable communities that are intergenerational, that have gardens, fully sustainable, solar, where kids learn outside, go to school outside. The old people are teaching the young people. The young people are, being with the old people. Everyone's working together. And these communities are going to be most likely CCAN communities where we are repurposing CCAN, and they're affordable housing, not low-income housing, affordable housing, so that we can create communities where people can thrive. That piece of the project alone is $400 million. And it will be global. Because right now, people are getting priced out of their homes. Fast. Okay? I know, right? Look at that. You're in my head right now with the communities. I'm an affordable housing manager. Well, Julie, we need to talk. So I'm telling you guys, I don't know how to do all this. We're going to do it together. But what I have to do right now is train an army of women who know how to think about money, who are sovereign, who understand investing, who understand marketing, who understand building multiple streams of income, who understand AI. This is why I'm putting the big push on. And let me tell you, this is a game changer. We're also going to be doing a massive push for coaches. Why? Because I can't create a movement by myself. So the coaches are going to get paid. Just so you guys know, as a coach, you get paid very, very well for being a part. When you're out gathering customers or clients for our movement, when you're bringing women in, you're going to get paid on all of it. So that's what we're doing. Look at Jennifer. I dream of a scalable platform that teaches real life skills to the entire family and is standard across the world. You're welcome. I told you guys that my mantra is the next 10 years is going to be the best 10 years. I am 52 years old. And I am dead serious. Yeah, Rick was a coach, just so y'all know. Rick was our honorary male. He was our first honorary male coach. He's awesome. Thank you, Katie. I am 52 years old. I will spend the next 10 years of my life building out this project, and we are going to change the world. And I don't care who says what. And I will tell you right now, I have made a decision that people are either going to line up with the vibe, line up with the energy, and be in the momentum and manifesting process with me, or they're not going to be around me. Period. Because I told you guys I had a near break, psychological break, and it's because I was allowing people to try and shift my vision. I changed my company from She's Creating an Empire to Create Your Empire. Create Your Empire isn't my vision, it's not my dream. She's Creating an Empire is. I'm here to raise up women. I literally just had a producer of a TV show ask me if I would expand my message to be both men and women so that they can, because they want to put me on this show. And I said, I'll think about it. And then I was like, what? What do you mean I'll think about it? Hello? I'm not thinking about anything. I'm here to call the feminine energy into play. We have got to wake up. We have been taught for too long. Do you guys know that before all of this nonsense, before and I know this is going to sound wrong, so please don't take offense, but before the Christian church removed women from leadership, you know, the whole witch hunt thing? Do you guys know what the witches actually were? Somebody drop in the chat if you know what a witch actually was. Drop in the chat. Healers. Men would be wise and gain further wisdom to participate to learn how to support and sustain women. 100%, seeing as how we're going to control the money. Strong and bold healers. They spoke their truth. Yeah, they're the ones that knew how to create a potion to heal the gout in your foot. It wasn't a potion. It wasn't like magic. It was like oregano and rosemary and olive oil, for God's sake. Do you guys know that I would have been burned at the stake for sure? I know what people are thinking. Like real time. In my head. They would have burned me for sure. So what women have done is they've gone underground with their intuition and their knowledge. Do you know what we use in our house when somebody gets an infection? Essential oils. Do you know that when my husband gets sick, the first thing he asks me to do is make him a potion? He's like, can you make me some of that? He calls it a potion. Some of that, because I make turmeric, garlic, lemon. Like I make him a potion. I make him something to make his immune system strong. How many of you use chicken soup to heal your families? And then what's worse is they taught women that if you do any of this stuff and you even talk about it, now it's against God's will. Now you're not being a godly woman. You've been kidding me. Oh, well, God speaks to me. Does that make me a witch? No, because you're one with the source. You're one with the creator. So, hoodoo voodoo. Yeah, right? So does Greg actually. He's like, can you mix up some of that stuff? It's so funny. Yeah, my granddaughter asked for essential oils, the flu balm, because they know. They know. Women know. You know. You know when you go to a doctor and if they give you a diagnosis, if it's a good diagnosis or not. You know what you should be putting in your body. You know what you should be doing with your money. You know how you should be operating within your relationship. You already know. You have the power of the universe in every cell of your body. You have the imprint of God in you already. It's in you. And all that's happened is it's muddied and dirtied and you just need a bloody shower. Like we just got to scrub off that garbage so that the intrinsic power that's already inside of you, your intuition, can rise. And I'm telling you, we are going to change the world. And I'm not going to, I'm going to tell you guys something. Somebody said to me yesterday, this is so funny. So I'm in talks about my project with some very powerful people who have a lot of money. Okay? All men, of course. Right? All men. And they want to know the facts. And I'm talking to them about the mission. And I'm like, yeah, but the facts are on paper. You can read those. I don't need to regurgitate the facts. Go ahead, read the email. But what you do need to hear is that I am dead set on doing this, and women are responding, and that's how this is going to go. And one of them said to me, well, you can't just create a fairy la la land. I'm like, yeah, fucking watch me. Why can't I? Because life is hard and business is going to eat you alive and it's full of sharks. Okay, well, I guess if you believe that, that's going to be your world. My world, we're going to create unicorns and fairies and butterflies everywhere. It's going to be fun. Business is going to be fun, and it's going to be easy. And I'm going to use my intuition to become a billionaire. And I'm going to teach other women to activate their intuitions to become millionaires and multimillionaires. That's what I'm going to do. And then he said to me, well, you should go study these couple of women. And these couple of women, I admire them. I'm not going to say their names because it doesn't matter, but I really admire them. Like, I listen to them all the time. I listen to their podcasts, and they're very, very, very masculine. Exactly how I used to be. And now I'm more feminine. Well, I'm more balanced is what I am now. I use my feminine power and my masculine ability to get stuff done, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about, right? I've moved into a more balanced way of being. I work when inspired, rest when tired. Get stuff done, create results, produce money, all the things. And I do it with a smile on my face. Enjoy. Not stressed out, not grinding, not falling down till I die. The world is hard and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, that's the masculine world. And I don't live there anymore. And if I have to create an entire new ecosystem, oh wait, yeah, I do, so that other women can be in a pleasant space around money and have it feel good, then I will. Oh wait, I am. That was the conversation. He hung up quickly. Yeah. He had to go. And that's when I decided the people that are helping me build this are going to be in alignment with the mission. And that is, life is joyful. And business can be done in love. It can still be business. It can still be very profitable, but it needs to be win-win, and it needs to be not trying to compete and overtake you, but lift you up at the same time, and we're all going to win together. And if it can't feel like that, I'm not doing it. So what I want for you guys is to get to the place, I know, right? Pace Morby's amazing. He has 8 sisters. That's why he's so collaborative. Pace Morby is an amazing coach for real estate. Amazing. He was raised in a house with 8 sisters. I messaged with him, like texting. I met him at Eric Warray's. He's amazing, right? Amazing coach. But he's very collaborative, not competitive. And we can do that too. So I need for you guys to really think about what you want your business to look and feel like. Some of you aren't building the way you could be building because you're afraid you're going to come off as too bold, too much, too bossy, too this, too that. Some of you are building way in your masculine and not using your intuition and your feminine power because of what other people will say and think. What we need to do is create a balanced perception of what your millionaire breakthrough looks like, what your millionaire message and mission is, so that you can call your tribe like I just called you. So I want you guys to think about what you want your business to feel like. I am just very new to all of it and am on the path now. My empire is going to be huge, and this is just the beginning. Yes, Tracy. And you know what's so beautiful about that? You get to design it any way you want. You get to create it, but you guys have to be very careful because the world's going to come in and tell you that you have to burn yourself out. You trust me. My first million was made under duress. My first $30,000 paycheck, no joke, So I made, before I got started an online business, I made about $33,000 a year. Started in network marketing, started building my business, made like $4,400 my first month or something. Didn't get paid, should have quit, didn't. They ended up sending my check. Most people would have quit. Called it a scam, yada, 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 right? And then I built, and in my 11th month, my check was $30,000. And I came downstairs. Greg and I had been maybe 5 months together and we started building together. And I came downstairs and he said, "Did you see the check?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Look," I looked at it. I'm like, "Are they going to take that back?" I'd never seen that much money on one check. I'm like, "That's more money than I make a year." Really? By the time I paid taxes, that was more money than I made in a whole year on one check. And we were paid every 2 weeks. I was like, huh? Right? I was seriously like, if I cash this, are they going to try and take it back? He's like, "No, they're not going to try and take it back." I said, "Okay." My next thought was like, why wouldn't everybody do this? So I phoned my best friend at the time, who literally, we spoke every day. She had 4 kids. I had my daughter. We literally raised our kids together, like best friend. And I said to her, "You are not going to believe what just happened. I just made, it was 31,000 something. And you know what she said to me? "How greedy are you? How much money do you actually need to make?" And I was like taken aback because she was in my business. I wanted to help her do it. I was excited. I was like in the energy of collaboration. Like, if I can believe it, you can believe it. You know, she never spoke to me again. That was my first lesson in letting go. And then I told you the story yesterday about the church and the people telling me I love money more than I love. You know what? Money has very little to do with it. The woman that I'm becoming, the impact that I get to have, that's what matters to me. And my guess is if you're here with me, that's what matters to you too. That's what matters to you too. It's the mission. So we're going to take a minute right now, and I want you to write down look at this. Tammy explains why I get myself out of debt and get back into debt. Yeah, of course. It's your identity. You have an identity that you are a person most likely that's bad with money. Who told you that? Who told you were bad with money? Who told you were bad with money? Who told you that life requires debt? Who told you that? My ex-husband all the time. Well, thank God he's your ex. Sorry, that was my loud voice. When my husband says I'm bad with money, I say, "Shut your mouth when you're talking to me." Literally. First of all, it's my money. Second of all, we have a saying in our house, unsolicited feedback. Thank you for your unsolicited advice. But also, who's to say you're bad with money? Because everyone has a different idea of what money's for. I believe it's for spending and investing and enjoying life and traveling and building business. My husband doesn't want a $450 million project. Are you kidding me? He doesn't want thousands of employees, tens of thousands of employees. I do. Like, let's go. I'll employ the whole world. He doesn't want the stress of being a billionaire. I do. Stress of being a billionaire. You know what's more stressful? Being a broke-ass single mom with no money. That's stressful. You want real problems? Try to figure out how to feed your baby when you got $2. That's a problem. Having millions of dollars and people pulling at you, not a problem. I'm ready. Let's go. So you see the identity? How you think about money, right, Katie? How you think about money is different than how other people think about money. Stop asking people for permission on how you think. You decide. Write this down. I say how much. I say when. I say with whom. I decide. This is my life. And as women, what we do, we give it to our kids. We give it to our spouse. And I'm talking our energy, our time, our opinions, what people think of us. We're constantly asking for permission. You know who you need permission from? You. You need to give yourself permission to rise up as the matriarch in your family and be the first one that sets a standard of a Proverbs 31 woman who knows how to do business, who's a multi-millionaire, who is completely sovereign, who doesn't need permission from fucking anyone. Period. Will they cancel me on YouTube for swearing? Let's find out. Now, why don't our daughters know this? Anybody like to fathom a guess? What do you think would happen with an entire army of women that are educated on money, finance? How many of you have men in your life that run the, and this is not an offense because my husband deals with the money in our house. Okay, so I want to preface it with that. Look at this, Alicia. Investments and spending. I work in the financial industry and help people build wealth with investments and permanent life insurance. Yes, ma'am. Is that Alicia from Maple Ridge, Alicia? Shut up. Is it? Indoctrination of today's school curriculum. Yep, that's what they're doing. You have to teach them. If they don't know, they can't excel in it. Exactly. I'm the only man in my family. That's most women, by the way. Most women are doing this alone. So today, the goal is for you to decide on what movement you're building. What movement are you building? How are you going to talk to your avatar? What is their main problem and what movement are you building? We're going to do a deep dive on this in the VIP if you're not in it. By the way, Katie joined VIP. So we'll see you on the inside over there. See, my 16-year-old granddaughter is asking me to teach her about money because she already knows school isn't it. I quit school. I was in grade 1 the first time I skipped out of school. In grade 3, I told my teacher to F off. No, not even kidding. Grade 4, I'd finished the entire grade 7 curriculum. They didn't know what to do with me, so I ran the library. I went to school and ran the library. They didn't know what to do. I was writing computer code. I had the first computer in town. My dad bought it. Don't even know how that happened because we had no money. And I was writing code, like DOS code, from a book. Learning like from DOS from Dummies. DOS for Dummies, whatever the book was. Thank you for dropping that link, Julie. I appreciate it. If you guys want to hop in a VIP, it's in the chat. My niece, my brother's worried. My niece is now turning 10. She's been talking about her empire since she was 4. And no, she's not 10, she's 9. She keeps telling my brother right now, my brother phoned me, he's like, you need to help me. I'm like, why? He goes, because she keeps saying, Daddy, I need to get my money. She's already she's already a self-proclaimed CEO. You guys will meet her. She's a boss. Absolute boss. But they have no idea how to help her do that. Right? My brother's also an entrepreneur, but he doesn't know how to help a 9-year-old. That's why we're going to develop a curriculum that actually works for kids to learn about money. Like, I'm done. I'm just done with the game. So we'll just make our own board. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, if you can't win at their game, create your own. The other one is learn the game and play it better, which is what we're going to do. Okay. So your mission, your movement, let's do it right now. Who are you helping? Write it down. Women, men, children, dogs. Maybe you're a dog rescue and you want to help dogs. I don't know. Write it down. Who are you helping? What are you helping them do? What is the end result? What is the end result? Let's start there. What is the end result? And how will they feel? How will they feel when they get that result? Now, the bigger question, how will you feel when hundreds of your clients have that result? How's it going to feel when you open your messenger like I did this morning and you have a message from a beautiful woman named Catherine that says, I don't know what you did to me, but you changed my life? How is that going to feel for you? To know that you led them. They did the work. Make no mistake. Catherine did the work. She showed up. She got into VIP. She answered the question. She did the work. I was just the guide. And you'll just be the guide too. So you don't have to get all freaked out that you need to know something that you don't know already. You're just guiding them. But how's it going to feel when that woman, you open your message and that woman messages you and says, Jan, thank you so much. I was so confused and so overwhelmed, and you made it simple for me. And now everything has changed for me. I believe in myself and I've got the money flowing in, and it was all you. Right? How's it going to feel? Okay, let's do a quick meditation and then we're going to wrap up. Before we do that though, you guys, warning, the feeling is it is addicting. That's the best part about network marketing. It's also the best part about coaching. It's the best part about life. Best part about building a church, doing the philanthropy work, all of it. Changing lives matters. And by the way, the money, what's money? Paper. I mean, having money is better, trust me. I've not had money and had money. Money's better. But at the end of the day, money is energy. And it comes when I call. But at the end of the day, the truth is, it's the impact and what we get to do with people that actually matters. So I want to do this. I want to do two things. One, I am going to quickly go over the Millionaire Breakthru offer so you guys know exactly what it is. I'm not going to go crazy deep. I just want you guys to know 6-month portal. Our next class is Wednesday, next week, where we are going to be doing the wealth activation for 2026. We will be doing a full plan for 2026. So you guys will know exactly what your plan is moving forward. The fast action bonus for coming out of this masterclass and getting started, whether it's with the payment plan or the pay in full, you're going to get the AI Millionaire Identity Pack, which is going to train your AI to think like you. And talk like you. You're going to get the 2026 Wealth Vision Activation. That's going to be a meditation for you to listen to throughout the time. And just so you guys know, these are currently not on the sales page. Some of them are. Some of them are on the sales page. The link I'm going to drop, they are on there. But some of them I added this morning straight from intuition. It was straight my intuition. I was just like, no, this specific crew needs this. So we're going to do the Empire Money Method wealth planning this coming Wednesday. So it's going to be right away. You're going to get the AI Millionaire Identity Pack. You're going to get the meditation. And we're going to be doing for anybody who pays in full. Anybody who pays in full is going to do the 12 Feminine Wealth Activation Codes, workshop, workbook, and meditations. This is going to be recorded Q1. So you're going to have to give me a little bit of time. It'll be in January. But you're going to get that included, and that will be a $500 value. It's a separate course. It won't be found anywhere else. Okay, so you're going to get that. Also, for anybody who pays in full, you're going to get 2 one-on-one coaching calls with me. That's a $1,000 value. So just so you guys know, the bonuses are $3,000 just themselves, what you're getting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're going to draw for the scholarship. I'm so excited. I'm going to drop the link quickly for the sales page to get yourself enrolled. And I will promise you this, these last 2 days is me just getting warmed up. Oh, I should mention too that if you're going to yeah, no, it went away. I'll be right back. Okay, it'll come back to me. Page not found. Well, that's no good. Give me 1 second. Meanwhile, while we're talking about that, I want you guys to know that we are going to be rolling out the other things in the community. And with Millionaire Breakthru, for example, sometimes I record information. You guys get priority access to that. You also get the beta round, meaning if something like when we launch the card, if you're in Millionaire Breakthru when that happens, you're actually going to be the first that does a soft launch with that and trials it. So that is something that is important to me, that our community is actually the first and gets a feel for it. It also puts you in position to be able to become a coach. So once you learn the material, apply the material, you can then actually step up and become a coach. And I'm grabbing the link right now for you so that, holy, my internet's slow. So that, I see the problem, said the blind man. Okay, let's try this one. Try that. Somebody try and open that one. Tell me if it works. So what I'm going to be doing, perfect. So if you pay in full, I will be manually going in and reaching out to you to set up the coaching calls. You can use them now or anytime in the 6 months. They are activation calls, meaning whatever you need to talk through, work through, do, we're going to do that. They're usually about 50 minutes, so they're a good amount of time, and they are very, very powerful. As a matter of fact, that's the first time Regina actually hired me as a coach. It was for a one-on-one round. Absolutely changed her life. Okay, so that's your pay in full bonuses for those of you that want to do that. Otherwise, there's a payment plan for $297. It will be the only time that it is run for 12 months. I left it at that setting so that you guys would have a lower payment, okay? And of course, you still get all the access to the curriculum and the courses and all that stuff. Okay, so let's do a quick activation. I love it. I love that, Tracy. I'm so glad. Are you hopping in? Is that what you're doing right now? I love it. If you guys are in, I love it. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys are in on the course, I want you to drop I'm in. Oh, and for my alumni, if you have been a member of Breakthru Success Coaching, which is the previous name of this program, and you want to re-up, if you have been a member at any time, you will not use that link. It will be $1,500, and it will be the last time I offer that for alumni again also. And that's because this next year we are going to be amping up. So for those of you that have been in Breakthru Success Coaching, yes, it is Regina. So that is a $1,500 thing. There's 3 payments of $500 or 1 payment of $1,500. Okay. And you'll still get the pay in full bonuses. So with that, let's do a little activation so that we can get ready for our VIP round. And if you guys have any questions, reach out to me. You can do it in the Facebook. You can do it on Messenger. And I just want you guys, poor Gail keeps getting kicked out. Let me see. Sorry guys, 1 second. I just want to make sure. We're going to do a little activation here. I don't know why she keeps getting kicked out. So weird. Isn't energy funny sometimes? All right, everyone sit up. Take a deep breath in. Oh yeah, scholarship. We should do that right now. We should do the scholarship right now. So I just have to, there was 3 names drawn, and I just need to make sure that I've got, okay. Now there are 3 names. I'm going to give you guys the order because if the first name doesn't enroll, the second person can enroll because they have to enroll to be able to get the scholarship. Does that make sense? So I'm going to say 3 people, but the first one, if she's like, no, I'm not doing it, then the second person gets the scholarship. Okay. So we'll work that out over the next 24 hours or whatever. Or if the first name that I call says, yes, I'm in, let's go, then we know the answer. Okay. So the 3 names, number 1, Vivian Walker. She won the scholarship. Vivian is last year had a major transition in her life. Her husband went on to do other things energetically in a different space. And she has been, building her life in a new way, in a new space. And I'm so proud of her. She's been showing up and doing the work and all of that. So Vivian, you are the winner. And if you are in, just let us know. If you don't want to let us know right now, you don't have to either. But if you're like, yes, you're in, then go ahead. You got the $500 scholarship. The second is Catherine. And Catherine also is second in line for the scholarship. So super proud of her for showing up and doing the hard work and really showing up against her original, like when you have that minute. And the third person, of course, we will go to, let me see, just make sure she's still on here, is Tammy Schaefer. So Tammy Schaefer is the third person. Now, Vivian gets to say, number 1, if she wants the scholarship. If she does not decide to enroll, it goes to Catherine. If Catherine decides not to enroll or can't do it within, you guys, obviously, the window here for the scholarship is 48 hours. Just so you guys know, there is a window. So that's that. So you can reach out to me privately and say I'm in or whatever, or you can do it here. Either way, congratulations to our scholarship winners. Okay, let us jump into a quick activation and we will wrap this party up. So everyone sit up and just open your posture, relax. We went through a lot of information today, and I'm just going to kind of set us up so that we can move into the identity of a movement leader. So everyone close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine that lavender light all above your head, coming in through the crown of your head, down into your beautiful face, down through your neck and into your chest, filling every cell of your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Allow the lavender light to flow down into your belly. Relax your belly through your hips. Relax your hips into your legs, down into your toes, and out through your feet. You are now connected to Source. Settle into your body. Notice the joy bubbling up. Notice the love that you have for yourself and for the other humans on this call. Notice any fear or worry and just let it go. Just release it. You don't need to keep that anymore. Any armor that you've had in place to protect yourself, you can let that go too. You don't need that anymore. When you're connected to Source, you are protected already. Nice deep breath in. Now I want you to imagine your life 12 months from now. You've enrolled in the Millionaire Breakthru, you've been in the community, you've done the work, you've set up your pillars, and your business is growing. You open your bank account and that number you wanted to create, it's already there. The money is already there. And it's because you served the women, the people that were in front of you. You served them with your whole heart and your whole mind. And you gave them everything you had to lead them in the direction that they should go. And because of you, they've started a journey and a path that's going to change the trajectory of their families and their future. And you're so proud of every one of the people that you're working with in your business, around you. Your family dynamics have been healed because you changed, because you became better. No more struggle. No more struggle with money. Money comes easily and frequently from multiple sources. on a continuous basis. Now I want you to picture yourself as your best version. How are you standing? How does it feel to know and be certain every day of what you're working on and who you're serving? To be able to make a call in person, on social media, at a networking event, and have your clients respond, people ready to go, people excited about your mission. Every time you share your mission with them, the journey that you're on, whether it's your mission or your community's mission, people respond and they get excited and they refer everyone they know. And you're just in this beautiful flow. And when you do have those moments where you feel depleted, you just rest. You work when inspired and rest when you're tired. And the money's just flowing in. I want you to take a minute and thank God that He brought you here to this event, to hear the message that you already knew to be true, that the power was inside of you all along. Thank God for your clients, for the money flowing in, for the message, for the mission, for the fact that your life is equaling impact and that you feel filled up in what you're doing, in your purpose and your passion, and you're growing stronger by the day. And because you let your light shine, you automatically give permission to other people to let their light shine. Life is so beautiful. And all the pain of the past is a distant memory. All that wounding, all that trauma, it's just gone from your body. You're healed, you're whole, you're balanced in your masculine and your feminine. You feel beautiful. And you let other women around you feel beautiful too. You pass on joy and love and gratitude everywhere you go. And where your feet tread is holy ground. Thank you for this mission. Thank you for these beautiful women. Thank you for every participant. And I just ask that as we come back to the room, that you would bless the hands that do the work, bless their minds with clarity, and keep them plugged into you. Take a deep breath in. Come back to the room, open your eyes. I am so grateful for you guys. I am so grateful to see the results that you're going to create. I am just thrilled. If you guys have any questions about Millionaire Breakthru, or you're not sure what to do next, if you want to enroll and you just have some clarity questions, reach out to me. If you want to take advantage of the alumni price, so Rick, Regina, those of you that have been involved before, you can reach out to me personally and I'll send you it's a separate link, and I don't want to confuse people with that. So thank you, Catherine. And I'm going to drop the link one more time for Millionaire Breakthru. And I know that some of you jumped into VIP as well. So I just want you guys to know that this next season is your season, and you have the ability to be, do, and have anything you set your mind to. We just have to scrub off the bugs from the screen and remind you of what your DNA is. So if you are wanting to take advantage of the Vivian, if you can reach out and let me know about the scholarship, because I know Catherine is raring to go. If you are not going to take advantage of it, just let me know that too, please. So with that, I'll see the VIPs. I love you guys so much. If you want VIP access, so you have lifetime recording, you can still register. I believe that who had the link, they were dropping it in the chat. We're going to stay on for one more minute just so you guys can do that. If you want to get enrolled with Millionaire Breakthru, go ahead and do that. And we will be live again on Wednesday. You'll be tired of me by the time no, you won't. You'll want more. It's just how it is. Right? I love it. Okay, guys. I love you. I'll see you guys. Those of you that want the VIP, we'll see you inside. Or in the VIP, I'll see you inside. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. I'll leave the room open just in case anybody needs to grab those links.